Jamal.
What's going on YouTube?
Washington.
This is boy Jamal for here once again. Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamal for here once again. And I know I didn't get to do a Love and Hip Hop review this week because on, Tuesday morning, shit just went real. I have stitches in my gums right now. If y'all see that while I'm talking, that's what that is. I don't have shit stuck in my teeth, just so you know. So I didn't get to do that review this week, so I was kind of taking a break from that to kind of let that heal up. But today, Empire came on, and we finally got a good episode where I was actually glued to the TV. Wait, maybe I wasn't glued to the TV. I was scotch taped to the TV. I wasn't glued just because the plot is still a little everywhere. I'm not really sure what the whole, end goal is yet. It's just like shit's just happening and we're just going with the flow here. But this is probably the best episode of the season, personally. I'm just, hair sticking out all crazy and shit, making me look like I ain't got the whole train. But the episode starts off with Lucius. Wait, I feel like I got something in my eye. Lucius is making some sort of bold statement about how he is going to have some rap battle with Frida against Hakeem. And she done went on and did this whole performance saying, basically that he's a mama's boy. He's dependent on his daddy's money. He's basically just calling him a bitch in every way that there can be called a bitch. And, I noticed that when they were filming, that's neither here nor there. But we can flash forward to Hakeem, and Hakeem got his new little Selena. I'm gonna always call her Selena because I never catch her name. Somebody please put this young lady's name in the comments because I don't have to keep calling her Selena because I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. So anyway, was they on a pool table? They looked like a pool table they was on. They kissing or whatever, and he starts to, proceeding to, do. He thinks it's about to go down, but she's like, I didn't hear what it was that she asked him, but she was like something along the lines of, "Is it gonna be weird because it's my first time?" And he's like, "Wait, first time like virgin?" She's like, "See, I knew it. I knew if I told you, you're gonna freak out. I'm just ready to go." And he's and he was just like, no, stay. He said the forth. He was like, "We're gonna take it slow. We don't have to rush," and blah blah blah. I'm like, "Aw." I don't know if that's realistic, but because in real life, I don't even know if I want to go there. I feel like it's gonna be a tangent I'm not gonna be able to recover from. But I will say it like this. I feel like most guys are going to try it. If they're in that moment, especially if they're like famous, more often than not, they're going to use every charm that they have to make you spread them legs, bitch. That whole, I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to be nice and I'm going to do all this shit. Even if he doesn't do it right there, and I feel like he's going to go and fuck the next bitch just because, but we're gonna get later. We're gonna get to that. But I'm just like, okay, this is nice, but I don't know if that's really realistic. Like, I feel like in the real world, the man gonna try to get them draws. But Hakeem's being a gentleman. He's a rare version of a man. We don't see many of those today. So, hold on, where we at? My computer done fucked up. So, but while he was sexing her down and whatnot, Hakeem goes over, gets a text message saying that Frida going in on you, and he goes to the computer and pulls up video and sees all this shit, and then she's like right in the camera, like she's looking dead at his ass, and he getting all mad and shit, and I'm just like, oh Lord, here we go. So next we got Jamal, and Jamal's having this meeting with Lucius and some representative from Pepsi, and basically they gave I don't know if it was like a demo or like a draft of some sort of his commercial, but all they need is like a song to go with it. Kind of like what Beyonce did with Grown Woman. Was it last year or a couple years ago? With that whole Pepsi commercial. They're pretty much what they're doing, but just with Jamal. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So he says, well, him and Lucius are going to go in the studio and they're going to come up with a song. And if they like it, then they'll use him for the, and yeah. So we get to the next scene. Now, I should have known. I should have known that they were keeping this bitch around for some reason. And so we get to the scene where we see Anika, aka Boo Boo Kitty, sitting in the bathroom. You know, naked face, no makeup on. You can see all the flaws. And, you know, she's holding a knife. At least I think that was a knife. And I'm looking like, oh no, is this bitch about to kill herself? Is she about to become suicidal? Please, Lord, don't make me have to go through it. Don't make me do it, Lord. Because I'm just like, because she was kind of going on like, I don't have anybody. And then when Hakeem finally came over to give her some good dick and she felt like she had purpose in life, she tries to go over and visit him and she sees the next bitch in his room and then he closes the door on her ass. So I'm just like, oh, please don't make this girl be suicidal. Please, Lord. I can't do it. I'm already watched the Suicidal on Being Mary Jane. If y'all haven't checked that out, you need to go check that out. But I just couldn't handle it the second time. I'm like, I can't do it. But then she opens the other hand. This bitch is pregnant. God damn. I was like, old girl off of Martin. I'm like, damn. Shit. Well, I feel like, what would be the mindset of somebody who used to be in a relationship with a man and then ended up getting pregnant by that man's son? I feel like that would fuck with the psyche just a little bit. Just feel like, what kind of person am I? How did I get here, But anyways, so she pregnant and she feel like she don't know what the fuck she gonna do. So Hakeem and, well, not Hakeem, but Cookie and Jamal are on, I guess, FaceTime or Skype or whatever, and they're talking about the song and all that stuff that they're trying to come up with. And then Hakeem walks in and she's like, oh, so you messing with Jamal? Like, and he's going like, so what is it about Jamal that makes you love him more than me? I'm just like, oh man. Like, I feel like as a mother, if your child feels like you love another child over there, I feel like that would hurt. I feel like that would hurt my soul. To be like, I feel like I would hurt. I would feel hurt that my child is hurt, feeling like I don't love them. I'll be like, damn, I felt that. I did. But let's see, where are we? Oh, and while Hakeem is in the damn studio, well, not the studio, but in the meeting with Cookie and them, she explains that, this is a big deal for Jamal, and if I can get something like this done for Jamal, I can get something like this done for you as well. It's not that I don't have confidence in you, but, I'm just trying to make shit happen. And at the same time, Rico Suave is in the damn office with him, and Hakeem is just dogging his ass when he walked through the door. He done called him also like, are you a partner or something? Why don't you be going out hanging flyers and shit? And basically just dogging his ass out. And he was like, look, bruh, this ain't what you want. This is not what you want. And he gets up, he leaves. He gets ready to leave. He says goodbye to Cookie or whatever. And he gets up and, he's like all up in Hakeem's face. And he's like, look, bro, this ain't what you want. And then Cookie's yelling at him to stop and all this other shit. And then the guy pushes Hakeem. And then Hakeem pushes back. Okay, now at this point, Cookie done got up and spreading them out. Now I'm thinking that she's just gonna like stand in the middle and tell them y'all need to sit this shit down, or y'all need to shut this down or whatever. He turns to Rico Suave, slaps the shit out of him, and be like, don't you ever touch my son. I was like, you know what, Cookie, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. Defend your child, be the mother lion, yes. Because that's really how it should be. I don't care who you are. We could be fucking. You could be giving me the best dick of my life, but don't you ever touch my damn child like you his daddy. That won't go down not while I'm alive. That's pretty much Cookie was like, not while I'm around, not while I'm here, bitch. So, next we go to Jamal and Cookie are having like a little meeting at the house. She's looking like she's making a damn taco. At first it looked like a sandwich, but when she was eating it later on, it looked like a taco. I don't know. But they're talking whatever, and then Lucius, decides to pop up at the door, and she's like, oh shit. She doesn't want Lucius to know that they're working together, so she goes and hides in the other room or whatever. Lucius comes in talking about he got some sort of new track for the Pepsi music, and he's playing the song, and it sounds like just a really like sort of basic dance EDM song. I'm just like, okay. I wouldn't have imagined something like that for a Pepsi commercial either. Usually when I think about a Pepsi song, like Beyonce's That Beat for Grown Woman, and then with Tori Kelly, her commercial came on during the damn show. It's like the songs that they use for that are usually like bubbly, light-hearted type of up-tempo songs if they are. So his was a little bit more aggressive and edgy. That's kind of like what Jamal said. So I was kind of with him with that. And it sounded just a little meh. So, and then on his way out, he's like, "Oh, why is Cookie's jacket here?" He was like, "Oh, she just leaves shit here all the time. You know what? Let's go to the studio. Let's go to the studio." I thought Lucius was gonna try to figure that shit out. I thought he was gonna find her, but they get there the next later on in the episode. So Anita is, I forget where it was she was supposed to be going. I think she was at the gym or something. But the Andre's wife, y'all could need to put her name down there in the comments too, because I do not know it, and I don't want to just keep calling her Andre's wife or the white lady. I want to actually address these people properly, but their characters aren't, their names just aren't said enough to where I catch it. So I'm sorry. Put her name in the comments. But she found her. She was like, are you okay? I guess she said she was on her way to go get some tea or something, and she's like, do you want me to go get it with you or whatever? So they're sitting there talking, and the white lady's talking about how she's, excuse me, how she's, pregnant still, which is still as far as, in the next episode, it looked like she finally had like a bump. But, up until now, we've been thinking this bitch been faking the funk the whole time. But she's talking about how, Lucius is, babies are kryptonite for him. Like, he treated me differently and all this other stuff when he found out I was pregnant and whatnot. And so Anika's just like, you don't say. Contemplating and concocting her evil ass plan and shit. I'm like, oh shit. She looked like she do some crazy shit. I feel, we gonna see. Well, she did some crazy shit later on, but we gonna get to that shit. So, let's see, where are we at? Sorry, I'm looking at my notes. I already did that. Oh, okay. So, Anika lived every side chick's worst nightmare, okay? She just discovered that she's pregnant. She tried to call her new future baby daddy. Baby daddy didn't pick up. So she's like, okay, I'm going to go and tell him something like this in person. She gets to his house, and, she's coming in like, hey, babe, how you doing? Kiss, kiss, mwah. And Hakeem was kind of like, hey, you... like, why are you here? And she's trying to be all lovey-dovey and kissing up on him, talking about how he's preparing for this whole upcoming rap battle and shit. And she's trying to give him the business, and he's like, you need to have people around you to make you feel good, and I can make you feel good. And she's like, something I need to tell you, but I need you to be in the right mood for when I tell it to you, because if you're in the wrong mood, you're gonna probably kick my ass. That's what she said in my interpretation. That's what she said. So he was like, there's something I wanted to tell you too, and he was like, I think I'm in love, and she's like, oh, there's just a moment of failure that the side chicks go through when they finally think they done got a man on lockdown because she's pregnant, but he says he's in love with this main bitch, and she gonna get finally cast aside. She was like, after he said that, he's like, so what did you want to tell me? She was like, nothing, just wanted to give my support for your upcoming rap battle, that's all. Now, if Hakeem was smart, I would have been like, well, why would I need to be in the right mood just for you to support me? You know, I would have been like, bitch, you lying. But he probably just doesn't even give a fuck. Where we at? So we get to this studio that Jamal, I guess, booked or what have you, and he has like all these live bands, all these live instruments and whatnot. And they get there and they're playing the song that Cookie made, or the beat that Cookie made. And so they're doing it, everything's all cool, but then Lucius walks up and he's like, what the fuck is this? And so Jamal tries to go and explain, like, hey, I like this part of your song, Mom, I like this part of your song, Dad, and I want to put them together. They was like, no, fuck that. This is some bullshit. And the first time that they tried to mesh it, it did sound clashed. It sounded like cut and pasty. It didn't really come together like that. Did I just say flesh? I meant to say mesh. Child, I'm watching American Horror Story after I filmed this video. That's why. So at the end, they're just like, look, no, we ain't doing this. You're going to have to choose. And he was pissed off because he was like, I just thought for once y'all could actually work together. And any kid who has parents who are not together anymore, but you still need them to work together for something for the greater good of you, know what that position is like and how frustrating that is, that they can't put aside their differences with each other to help you, the child, out. So I understood where that was coming from because I've been in that position many a times. And so he was like, basically, you're going to have to choose. You're going to have to choose. And he was like, Jamal was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. Fuck it. Fuck it all. And he leaves. And after Jamal is gone, Cookie and Lucius decide to make a little wager. They said for this little rap battle doohickey here, if Hakeem wins, then Cookie gets to release Jamal's next album on Lion Dynasty. If Frida wins, or Frida Whack, as Cookie called her, if Frida wins, then Lucius gets to release Hakeem's album on Empire. So I'm like, oh, okay, they're going to use your sons as bargaining chips. Okay. Great parenting. So they're doing the whole battle practice and whatnot. And I'm just like, well, they're both in their respective places getting ready for the battle, both Frida and Hakeem. And I'm just like, Frida just knocked Hakeem out the water. I'm sorry. And just flow and just overall just tone of voice in rap. Like, I would rather listen to her on a song than Hakeem. I really would. Hakeem is still bae though. And will always, if I had to choose somebody to fuck, then hell yeah, I'm going with Hakeem. I'm about to go and fuck Fantasia, but as far as rapping goes, she got that. She got him. That's easily. But before we get to that part, the rap battle, we had this Jamal performance, okay? First, Cookie gets there, sees Lucius. She's getting pissed off because she thinks that, why is he here? I thought you told me you was using my song, this, that, and the fourth. And then Lucius sees him and he gets pissed off for the same reason. And Jamal's just like, sit the fuck down. I'm not about to do this with y'all. I'm not about to do this with y'all tonight. So he's doing this performance. And, he's starting off with Lucius's beat. Uses Cookies, I guess, for like the verses, and kind of uses Lucius's beat as like a breakdown / chorus still. It actually sounded pretty nice. But let me tell you what wasn't nice. Jamal and his sporadic performance dancing routine was a little all over the place. It was like he was trying to be hardcore, edgy, rock and roll-ish type movements. Excuse me, but it just wasn't connecting. And then he had on that damn white bathrobe. Like, what the fuck? People was looking like, why the hell is he performing in a damn robe and shit? I'm like, that shit is too long. It looked kind of funny. But it did look like something Kanye would do. So, listen, I was on Twitter, right? Of course, I was live tweeting while this episode was going on. People was up there on Twitter talking about they was just waiting for Jamal to just start death dropping and doing the damn duck walking shit. I was like, shit, hey, he did. I would have got my life secretly. And after he did his performance, the Pepsi lady said that she came over and told me that he got the deal. So everybody's happy, everybody's joyous, everybody's congratulations, Jamal. So now we get to this actual rap battle. Girl. Alright. So they do one beat. You guess you got Hakeem's crowd on one side and Frida's crowd on the other side. So Hakeem does his little thing. I'm like, okay, this is, it's cute. Like I said on Twitter. Well, I'll get on that later. So, but then Frida goes and just basically, she's just better, okay. And like I said, I'll team Hakeem just basically because Hakeem is fine as hell, and does it for me, when I look at him and all his fineness. But yeah, she bodied him, and she talked about, hell, even she had to mention that Jamal had that damn robe on, and he was just looking like, did this bitch just try me? Oh shit. But at the end, everybody on Twitter, we was all in agreement, kind of like, okay, they changed up the beat. Homegirl still killed it. She should have won, but it's Hakeem. He's the main character. Okay, he's gonna win. But when he was doing that last part, how is it? Now, it's my understanding that rap battles are freestyles, right? So how is it that the whole crowd around them knew the words? I'm like, wait. How are y'all interacting if it's supposed to be off the dome? I'm like, wait, how does it, like, how do they know how they gonna know the words and this is supposed to be like a full-on freestyle? I don't, I was like, okay, well, all right. And then after that, he takes what looked like a sledgehammer, and his name was in lights. I guess it was his name and her name, and he beat the lion out his name. I'm like, okay, this is what's happening here. I'm confused. And he says, I'm dropping my last name. I'm no longer going by Hakeem Lion. I'm just going to be Hakeem. And I'm just like, oh, okay. And Lucius has a flashback of him laying down on the ground. I'm like, was he homeless or something? And he was looking up and he saw a statue of a lion. So I'm like, oh, okay. So this is not his real last name. It's just like a name he probably took up as a child or something. I don't know. That's what that flashback insinuated to me. So I'm like, oh, okay. Lastly, we get Vivica Fox coming as Candace, aka my brain just farted. Cookie's sister, and she's calling her Laretha. I'm like, wait, Cookie's real name is Laretha? I'm gonna just stick with Cookie. And she's talking about, Carol is smoking or she's doing something or whatnot, and Cookie's just like, look, bitch, I ain't too much to hear about her and that whole shit. You the one that got married to some rich white man, and you've been detached from the family, and this, that, and the fourth. But she says, oh no, it's different this time, and blah, 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 blah. And then she's like, okay, we're gonna go to Philly, we're gonna go check it out. So I'm like, okay, what's Vivica, what's this about? I don't know where this is about to go. But the last scene is, Hakeem, after he done won his battle, he done, walking outside with his new bae and the little girl, Selena girl. And, he says, I'm going to hit you up later. He gets her in the car. And when the girl is in the car, she tells the Uber driver, I guess this looked like an Uber ride. He says, oh, I'm going to such and such, wherever place she said she was going. We look up. Why is it that bitch Boo Boo Kitty, a.k.a. Anika, in a damn blonde wig? Now, that lace actually looked good. That part actually looked natural as fuck. So I commend her on actually having a good weave this time. But I'm like, oh, hell, where's this bitch going? I feel like she going to jump out the car and have that car crash into the median on the freeway or something. She's like, oh, no. This is my baby daddy, not yours. I'm like, I feel like a nigga's going to do some crazy-ass shit. You just never know. Like, But that was Empire this week, you guys. It was definitely a much better episode than really to the entire season, in my opinion. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and talk about the things. Give me those names. That's what I really need. I need those names of Andre's wife and who else did I not remember? Rico Suave, what's his name? And I thought there was a third person. Child, I said it earlier in the video. Y'all know. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.
Like, share, subscribe.
Jamal, Washington.